Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with John. Scott Jones, president of Glacier Consulting, and help small to medium-sized companies streamline with ISO management systems. Scott, here's what I want to talk about today. I think there's a perception that only manufacturers, big three, tier suppliers are the ones that need to or should get ISO certified. But talk about really how anybody can get ISO certified and why.
Yeah, I mean, I think historically it was kind of, the idea that your manufacturing type companies, your tier one, tier twos are the ones that get certified. But honestly, we've had so many companies reach out to us because it's a business standard. It's about quality products or service. So you could be a consulting company like us and get ISO certified. You could be a coach like yourself and get certified. I mean, there's no limit to the type of company that can get certified. I mean, that's the beauty of these standards. They're generic enough that anybody in any country in any industry could get certified.
So talk kind of walk the Think community through, so if they're a business that has never thought about, because I think there was this perception that, LEED certified, ISO certified, all of these manufacturer companies were coming out years ago. We're green, we're LEED, we're ISO, boom. And so for a company that is not that, just like you said, a real estate company, a company like mine, whatever company, what's the process of getting ISO certified? I think people wouldn't even know how to kind of adapt it to their business.
So, I mean, the ISO standards, especially, your 9001 for quality, is a risk-based standard. So you identify what your business risks are, and you make sure that you have controls in place from there. So that's the first step, really, is what are my business risks? Who are my interested parties? What are the customers? Are there regulatory bodies? Who are we trying to make sure that we're, meeting their requirements? So that's really the first step, is identifying where my risks are. Do we have controls around those risks so we don't have any issues? And then improving it from there. So, yeah.
And then you go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
And then you come in and do what, and how long does it take?
So we typically come in and we'll make sure that, we help you identify those risks. We'll help you make sure you have the proper controls in place. And then we'll make sure that is, formalized, it's documented, because, if it's not formalized, then you kind of stray from and deviate from what your plan is, what you're intending to do, especially if you have employees who, don't have a solid process to follow.
And start to finish, how long does getting certified take?
I typically a minimum of 3 months, and they want 3 months of evidence to show that you're following the system. And then there's, your audit, which typically takes place around month 4 or so. So you're on average about anywhere between 3 and 5 months.
And who's following the system? Everybody in the company, specific people in the company?
Everybody in the company. So it's, you're going to go through each process, whether it's, finance, sales, engineering, design, whatever it may be. You're going to go through each process and nail down what those processes are, formalize them, and make sure everybody's following, a systematic approach, basically.
And give an example of what a system is that you put in place.
So it's, if you're operational, it's, we come in and what are your work instructions to create, a widget? What are the steps to do that? What are the inputs and outputs to that process? And we identify all that to make sure that you know exactly what it is. The inputs, you have raw materials going in there. Do you have a controlled source where you're getting those materials from? So you have consistent quality product, raw material coming into your product. So we kind of walk through the whole process.
Yeah, I love it. All right. So we're going to pick up this conversation tomorrow. I think you've enlightened people on that. I don't know why this is coming in. Do you remember Stellador breadsticks? You remember those like breadsticks? There was a commercial, breadsticks aren't for breakfast anymore. And
no.
Yeah, right. Anyway, this reminds me of that. Like, ISO's not for just manufacturing companies anymore. And so we're going to pick this up tomorrow at a little bit more detail for, to finish this series. But tell people, Scott, who your ideal clients are and how they can connect with you.
Yeah, we typically work with small to medium-sized companies, and anywhere from 1 employee to, hundreds of employees. So you can get a hold of me at scott@glaciercs.com, 248-214-4934.
I love it. Scott, I appreciate your time and your insight. I think you opened up a lot of minds today. The systems, the processes, streamlining things are more important today, especially in a hybrid world. So I appreciate you coming on and talking about how to get your systems and processes in place while also getting ISO certified. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Scott, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.